Hi, and thanks for joining me on my channel, Canadian Board Game Replays. I hope you enjoy the game replay that I have for you today. Today we're going to be jumping into Pacifica. So welcome to Pacifica. This is a great two-player game, which is a great mid-level complexity game for those looking for a game with a good level of thought and strategy, but not a significant learning curve. Remember that to win the game, you need to control 5 idols or secure 3 idols. For a how-to video, please see the link in the comments. Let's get into the game. In this game, I'm playing against Scribble. Scribble's on top and I'm down below. You'll see my main screen, and then on the top you'll see an extra little window that'll have Scribble's hole cards in them, or hand cards in them. A little bit of video editing I've done to make that happen, so you can see both the cards that we're holding instead of just mine. So we'll go through the game and we'll review plays made and any strategies that have been taken, and we'll just see how it plays out. So let's get started. So Scribble gets to go first. He takes 2 cards, so one the City Festival card and one Stone Resource card. The City Festival card has a special effect on it. It's a lightning bolt, which means it happens one time when it's activated. So this one says temporary double your knowledge symbols. If you now have enough symbols, take the idol. So this could be useful to either control the idol, or if you've got 4 or more, you could do it and secure the idol. So let's see how he plays with that later on. Let's continue on. So sorry, I should point out here that on the first turn you only have 2 actions, so that's why that's happened that way. And then in all future turns, everyone has three actions. So now this will come down for my turn. So I draw a population, a treasure, and a population. And then we go back up here. We can see Scribble played his 2 cards and drew another card. That was a knowledge card. So that one's interesting. It costs 2 treasure to activate, but it has a knowledge, a stone, and a brass. So provides either of those 3 resources, which could certainly come in handy going forward. I also want to point out here, if you want to follow along on the log sheet, you can see the log over on the far right there, and you can use that to see what's happening in the game as well. All right, let's play it on. So I played a population card, I played a treasure card, another population card, and then back to Scribble. He's going to draw treasure card, play the treasure card, and then play the knowledge card. So if you look on Scribble's side, he's got a couple things ready to activate. So we'll see if that the way he ends up going in the next couple turns. And then I've got 1 treasure and 2 population at this point. So back to me here. So I draw a population, play a population. You'll see that gets me the first idol. So it's got the number 5 beside it, because 5 is the number of symbols the opponent has to get to take that idol away from me. Remembering that 3 and 5 are capturing idols, and then 7 is securing the idol, and that's permanent. So can't be stolen away once that's happened. So Scribble takes a population card, plays the population card, and activates a card. Let's see if he does a double activation or just a single. Okay, so he activated 2 cards. That's good. And by doing so, he got the resource idol. Keeping in mind here, one of the rules of this game is once you've claimed the idol, if you lose the cards that support the idol, you still retain the idol, even if you drop below. So in this case, you can see now he only has 1 resource, just a stone, so it doesn't look like he should have the idol, but before he did some activations, he had 3, so he secured that. Now I can steal it with 5, but for the moment he holds it because he had the 3 at one point. So let's continue on. So I took a resource card, and played a resource card. So you can see what I'm trying to do is build towards the machines card that I have here. It should just let you know what that ability is. So this one says when you activate cards, you only have to own stone and brass, not discard them. So this is for cards, for activations that have the red outline around them. I don't see any here at the moment, but we will see some during the game. And if they have the red outline around them, that means they consume or discard the resource, not just have to own it. But with this card, when it gets activated, that ability would make any time you have to discard a card, you just have to own the card. So that could be really useful going forward. So back up here. So Scrible's obviously trying to get these knowledge cards in play to take advantage of his special ability. Then I draw a resource card, and I play my machine card. And Scrible's coming back. He plays this knowledge card, and he draws another machine card. You can see why he did that. The last knowledge card he played takes 2 machines to activate, so he's drawing machine cards to do that activation. These machine cards both have special powers, so I should tell you those. The one on the left there says, when your opponent obtains an idol, draw 1 card, so that could be useful. And then the other one says, increase your hand card limit to 5. So again, currently the hand card limit is only 3 by default, but that would increase it to 5, which could be handy for retaining more cards, having more options, that kind of stuff. So just to recap where we're at now, at this point, both of us control 1 idol, and no one has any idols secured. So let's keep going. So I take a resource card, then another resource card, and then I played a resource card. So you can see here now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources, but the top 2 aren't activated, so I haven't claimed the idol yet. I haven't controlled the idol yet, but we'll see what happens in future turns with that. Then Scribble takes a resource card, and he activates cards. So you can see now he has the knowledge idol, the level 3, the lowest level one. So that's good. He's moved up. He has control of 2 idols at this point, so it's a good start. So he took an architecture card up into his hand here. You can see that takes a brass to activate, so that'll be something he'll probably be aiming for going forward. So I take 2 resource cards, and then I activate a card. So you can see now that I've activated my resource cards. I've actually claimed, not only have I controlled the resource idol, but I have secured it. You can see that that's the special icon for securing of other resources there. So you can see that's because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resources, and that's what it takes to secure the idol. So not only did I steal it away, I secured it. So remember, 3 secures is a win. So let's see how this works out. So Scribble takes an architecture card, plays an architecture card, and activates a card. So you can see now he has claimed the diversity idol. It's on the far right. It's near the city festival, but it doesn't relate to city festivals at all. The fact that it has a number 2 beside it means that in order for me to steal it away, I have to have 2 symbols under each and every category. So in order to secure it. So you can see he has 1 on every category. So that's why he's controlled it. So now he's controlled 1 and secured 1. I've secured 1 and controlled 1. So we're pretty much tied up at this point. He's obviously decided to go more diverse, whereas I've gone more specialized in terms of resources and population. So let's keep on going here. So I take an architecture card, architecture card, architecture card. So 3 architecture cards for me. You can see my hand's now all full. They do need brass to activate, which I have available. So going down that road. Let's keep on going here. So Scribble takes 3 resource cards. So you can see now the hand card limit is in effect now. He's got 5 cards up there. Normally he'd only be able to have 3. So that's certainly useful. Let's keep going. So I played an architecture card, architecture card, architecture card. So you can see now I've got them down in front of me. Now it's a matter of activating them. So if you look there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 architecture symbols under there. So if I manage to activate all those, then I will secure the idol for architecture. And then all I have to do is get population and I win the game. So let's see how this works out. So Scribble plays architecture, then resources, and takes a resource card. So he might be trying to go against my architecture build, try and control the idle before I can do so, make it harder for me to get at. So not a bad strategy. So I'm looking ahead here to population. So thinking that, it's one of the few ones that I need in order to secure and that idle. And then if I can secure that in architecture, that's the game. So that's where I'm going at this point, drawing some population cards. So I draw 3 population cards. You can see my hand is now full. So now I'll have to work on playing those and then activating the architecture cards. So Scribble plays a card into machines, takes a resource card, and plays a card into resources. So he's stacking up resources, probably looking to activate cards. He should know, based on the fact that I have the idle secured for resources, that he can't do any moves on that idle. That idle is gone, and it's gone. So I think he's just building up resources so he can start to activate some of his cards. So I play a card in population. Then I activate a card, and play a card in population. So looking at where we're at now, you can see at this point I have secured, or I've controlled the architecture idle, I've controlled the population idle, and I've secured the resources idle. I will tell you this, and this was a mistake on my part. When I was working on the architecture idle last turn activating, I got really frustrated because I found that my resources were being consumed instead of not consumed based on the machine's special effect that I talked about before. Of course, it's my fault. I didn't activate the machine card, so that ability wasn't activated. And then I went to go activate my architecture ones. I thought I would be able to do it all in one turn, but then I found my resources started disappearing, and I was like, oh no, there's a bug. And then I had looked over, and then I said, oh, the bug is me. I like to call that ID10T error. We use it sometimes in the IT field. So if you spell ID10T and you write it out, you guessed that spells idiot. So a little mistake on my part, but we'll see if that cost me the game or not. It was a bit of a mistake, but I'm still in a pretty good position here. I just need to secure the architecture and the population one, and he doesn't really have any answer to those. So I think I'm still in good shape here. Let's keep on going. So Scribble activates. He's got the machine idle. Takes a population card. So he might be looking to try and counter my population idle, although he is pretty far behind, so it'd be unlikely. So at this point, he controls the machine idle, controls the diversity idle, and secures the knowledge idle. So if he could get the diversity idle secured and get the machine's idle secured, then he would win the game. Unfortunately, machine symbols are a lot harder to get than the population resource architecture ones. I may have mentioned this in previous casts or in the how-to video, but the way these categories work, they get more difficult as you go from left to right in order to activate them. The requirements are larger. So the fact that I only need architecture and population is easier to get than him needing diversity and machines. So I still think I'm in pretty good shape here. Let's keep on going. So I take a resource, play a card resource, activate a card, activate and discard a card, and that's the end of my turn. So you can see now I've secured the architecture idle and the resource idle, as I was talking about in previous turns. So all I really have left to do here is to secure the population idle. And if you count the cards that are down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One in my hand is 7. So all I need to do really is play this population card and then activate the one on the ground, and I should be good to go. So let's see if that plays out the way we're talking about. So Scribble plays a population card, took a festival card, plays a festival card, and then for me, I play my card into population, activate, which, like I was saying in the previous point, that secures the population idle, and that's the end of the game. So good game all around. My strategy in this game so far, I'm still learning as I go, but I tend to focus on the first four categories. I find them simpler. Sometimes I like to pick 1 or 2 from machines or City Festival, like I did here, in order to get their effects, because they are quite powerful. And hopefully next time I remember to activate my cards to activate those effects. Otherwise, it's a big old waste. So made a mistake with that, but didn't end up costing me the game. Pretty happy about that. Good game all around. Scribble played a great game. Again, he was going for a bit of a different strategy in terms of playing the higher end cards. That might be a winning strategy in the future. I don't know. But for me, I've had pretty good luck focusing on the first 4 and then trying to secure or capture those ones as it goes. So hope you enjoyed the game. Like I said in the intro, there will be a link below to a how-to video if you want to learn more about the logistics, the ins and outs. I think personally, I'm a bit of a hands-on learner, so I like to see the game played out. But if you want to see more of an instructional video, feel free to go to that. The link's in in my comments. It's actually the how-to video that I made because there was no English language how-to videos on YouTube, which is the first time I've seen that. So great game. Hope this gives you enough information to go out there. There is a good tutorial for it on BGA. You can find there. It is a great game, highly underrated, highly underplayed in my opinion. If you want to play a game and you're having a hard time, you can certainly look for me online. Again, I'm Paul T111. And I don't mind playing a game. I can guide you through it. It's not a problem at all. So thanks again. If you haven't already, hope you subscribe so you can see future videos as they come out. I'll be covering a variety of games. Might have another one of these. Might have some different games coming through. So feel free to comment below if there's a game in particular you want me to look at, or if you want me to just do more of this game. Like whatever you want to do, I can work with it. This is new to me, so I'm learning as I go. So any feedback you have would be appreciated. And thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Bye.